Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. And this morning I come to you from the base of the beautiful Sydney Harbour Bridge. As you can see, there's a gentle southerly breeze pushing those flags north, and it's a cloudy, overcast day. We've got the Opera House over there, and another start to another work day for me. I'm very fortunate that I work down here in the city, and I get to catch the bus in nice and early and get these 5am clubs published so that I get closer every day to achieving my goal of 1,000 Jim's 5am vlogs, where I try and highlight the beauty of this magnificent city of Sydney and couple it with some learnings and some messages that may be of interest or may be able to empower my friends and family. But it's all about just having some fun, going for a bit of a walk and talk, and just reflecting on things that happen in our daily lives. And I welcome you today to episode number 300. I've reached a magical 300th episode. I've done 60 in Greek, and this is number 240 in English. So I never thought I'd ever get to the point where I'd be saying that I've published 300 episodes of Jim's 5am Club. And as I say, Jim's 5am Club is just a conversationalist style of vlog. It's unplanned, it's unorganised, it's unscripted, it's unedited, it's everything. We just pick a topic, we talk about it, it comes from the heart, it's authentic, it's spontaneous, and it's basically a reflection of the style that I enjoy in life. Not taking things too seriously, not being too prepared, too organised, and just taking it day by day, moment by moment, step by step. So what do we talk about today on this magnificent occasion? I'm just going to talk about seeds today, because I remember as a young kid I used to love going on cicada hunts with my mates, catching cicadas in summer, and we'd always find the best cicadas and the most cicadas would be in the massive oak trees that were in people's front yards and backyards where I lived in Kingsgrove. And what I loved about the oak trees were the oak seeds. The oak tree at a certain time of year would drop its seeds, and as kids we'd go and pick them up and throw them at each other and throw them at targets. And I used to look at that little seed there, and I used to hold it in my hand. And it's only years later that I heard somebody use the oak seed as a metaphor and suggest for people to be like an oak seed. To be like an oak seed, which is small, which is tender, which has got a hard shell, but once planted, once nurtured, once catered for, has the potential, like each and every one of us, to turn into a magnificent, a massive, big, strong, magnificent tree, which can produce many, many more oak seeds, which can be, once again, used, planted, and can turn into other magnificent oak trees to fill the landscape. Anyway, let's go on our walk and talk, because we like the opportunity to walk and chat. But I guess the question is, what sort of seeds are you planting? What sort of seeds am I planting? Because we are all gardeners. and we're all planting seeds in our own garden, and the seeds that we plant turn into plants, and then in turn those plants create flowers and create further seeds, which either land in our garden or land in somebody else's garden and influence the parklands, the gardens, and the families around us. So the big question is, what sort of seeds do you have in your garden? What sort of seeds and plants are growing in your garden? But what, more importantly, what influence are those seeds having on the gardens around you? You know, are you creating weeds? Is your garden just full of weeds? Is your garden not only creating weeds in your garden, but are those weeds growing in other people's gardens? Are you having a negative influence on the gardens and people around you? Something to think about. So I guess it's important as gardeners to keep our gardens clean, clear of weeds as often as possible, because the weeds, as we know, will eventually choke the good plants and the good trees that we have in our gardens. My cousin Anna in Greece works the land, and she says that with her lemon trees, orange trees, her olive trees, that it's important at certain times of year to clear the grasses from the roots and the base of the trees, because what those weeds do is they actually choke the roots of the tree and can actually weaken the tree and kill the tree. So a big lesson for all young people is to be very, very careful of your garden, the garden of your mind, and to make sure that what you've got there is nurtured, is fed, and is weeded. Weed out all the negative stuff, and make sure that the gardens that you have surrounding you don't pollute your garden, are not the source of all the weeds and all the plants and all the vines which will grow into your patch, into your garden patch, and strangle and kill your beautiful garden. How's that for an analogy? It's quite powerful, actually. Look at this magnificent tree. We all have the potential to grow into a magnificent tree, but that tree needs watering, it needs gentle pruning. Sometimes trees need aggressive pruning in order to provide some new growth and opportunity. But most importantly of all, trees and gardens don't need toxicity around them. They need to be cleared of weeds and other toxic elements. So make sure that you're spending time clearing your mind of toxic thoughts, negative thoughts, and making sure that your garden is as ordered and as beautiful as this one here, to enable this magnificent tree to grow and express itself in its full grandeur. Anyway, let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly to everybody, master your garden. Make sure that you are the best gardener in the neighbourhood. Clear your garden of weeds, making sure that you're planting the right seeds to produce the right flowers, the right plants, the right fruits, and share those good seeds with your friends and family, and teach them the art of gardening, the art of harvesting, and the art of preparation, so that their gardens too can flourish, because the more people who look after their gardens, then the more peace and tranquility we'll have in our world as well. Remembering that other people's problems, other people's weeds, other people's seeds are always blowing in the wind and may end up landing in our gardens. But even if they do, be sure and for certain to clear those seeds out and to identify them so that they don't take too much of a deep root and cause everlasting pain and suffering. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me on this 300th edition of Jim's 5am Club. I just can't believe that I've got here, but I'm proud that I've been able to deliver it. Thank you for all of those who have listened in to the odd one here and there. I know that I've been producing these 5am editions a lot quicker and a lot faster than what people can consume them, but I'm doing it as a project and I'm enjoying doing it. And whilst I'm working in the city, I just want to maximise my time whilst I'm here and do as much as I can when I can. Yasas, take care, and until we chat again tomorrow morning 5am from another location, a different message, but it'll all be the same formula. Take care, Yasas, I love you all very much. Bye for now.